Hello everyone, welcome to part 3 module 1 computer networks. So in part 1 and part 2 we covered the basics of computer network with some detail about the criteria, goals, and we saw some of the applications of computer network. Now we move on to something called the classification of the computer network processors by scale. Okay, so how you can classify a computer network into different category by scale. So scale in the sense by looking at the size of the area covered by the computer network. So let me take a pen. Okay, so if you are looking at the very first category, what we have is the so-called personal area network. So typically covering a range, and cover means you can think of something as inter-processor distances. Inter-processor distances in the sense, in a computer network, the machines are like we call them as host. Okay, so basically they are processors only, right? So given two machines which are part of the computer network, what about its inter-process distance? If it is within 1 meter, and another thing, that is a processor located in the same square meter. Okay, or means interprocess distance has to be 1 meter, or if you are looking at the area as a whole, it should be within 1 square meter. Such networks, definitely you can think of them as very small area being covered by such personal area networks, right? So we call them as personal area network. Now to the next level, we have the local area network, LAN. They are typically covering a bigger area than the so-called PAN. So you can think of the network that is within a room or inside a building or inside your campus as something called as local area network. So accordingly, we have a different inter-process distance. We can think of it could be 10 meter, it could be 100 meter, maximum it could be 1000 meter, that is 1 kilometer. So up to that is categorized under the name local area network. Okay, so now the next classification of the computer network by the scale is the metropolitan area network, or the MAN network. Okay, so if you are looking at MAN network, they are extending beyond the so-called LAN. In that sense, if you are the LAN is something for a small building or campus. Okay, so if it is going beyond that, so in the sense, if it is covering a city, within a city there will be a number of buildings, campus, everything. So you are looking right now, you are looking at the network that expand within the city. Okay, so definitely the interprocess distance will be more than the for LAN or PAN. So it can be up to 10 kilometer. Okay, so that is the range, and such networks were called as metropolitan area network. Now the very next category, we have the wide area network, WAN. Definitely it will be to the next scale, like inter-process distance, you can think of 100 meter to 1000 kilometers, sorry, 100 kilometer to 1000 kilometer. Definitely it will be extending, from city we are extending to a country wide network or a continent wide network. So such things we call as wide area network. So they are the large sized computer network. Now wide area network itself extend to the so-called internet. If you are looking at internet, so we are having the worldwide coverage of it, right? The entire thing. So it will be extending the entire planet. Now if you want, you can go to the next level, maybe interplanetary network, something like that. Okay, maybe in the coming future you can see something like that, but so far we have the concept of intra-planet network only, and that is the internet. Okay, so here you can think of the inter-processor distance to be up to 10,000 kilometer, means two processors residing at two different locations of the world can communicate each other, and we will allow communication between the processors which are located a distance up to what called this 10,000 kilometer, right? So it's a very large distance. But in between we have many intermediate devices like routers, switches, many such things were coming. Many such intermediate devices, many paths, everything will be there. But at most you can have communication between two processes which are located, say 10,000 kilometer in our current internet. Okay, so that is a scenario. So hope you get an idea about the classification of the processors by scale. So let me reduce the pen width because it is spreading. Okay, so we will see each of them in detail there, means other than, so right now you look into these categories of computer network by size only, but beyond that, means what are all the protocols used in LAN, WAN, and how these things are working, everything we will see in detail one by one. Okay, so if we are looking at the very first category, that is a personal area network. So they let devices communicated over the range of a person. Okay, so the two devices are within the range of a person. That could be the reason we call them as personal area network. Okay, now a common example is a wireless network. The wireless network that connects the computer with its peripheral. Okay, so you have to think it like this: we have a wireless network that is connecting your computer with its peripheral. So this is a computer. We have the so-called keyboard. Okay, and we have the mouse. We have the monitor. I mean monitor in the sense that is along with it only, or some kind of display or printer. Okay, let me take it as a printer, whatever it is. And to all these, the particular computer is being connected wirelessly, and there is no wired connection. So this is something which all of you are familiar with it, and this you can think of as a personal area network. So why it is network? Because connectivity is there from the machine to the peripherals, right? Some means of connection, and whenever you are giving a command to this printer, it is ready to print the data, and the data being entered through this keyboard or mouse are being fed to the so-called computer that is sitting here by means of the some kind of network protocols, signals, everything. Okay, so this is a very small example. So all those things are being used by a single person even, that you can think of as a personal area network. So here actual network concept is not there, but still, so some kind of communication is happening between this computer and this peripherals, right? So in that sense you can view it as a very trivial example for the personal area network. So the peripherals in the sense monitor, keyboard, mouse, printer, etc. The short range, now you will be wondering how this communication is happening, what kind of signals were used. Okay, and we have a concept, the short range wireless communication technology, and which you all are using, that's a Bluetooth technology, using which this is this is possible, right? So those who are already used the wireless mouse and keyboard will be knowing this. The Bluetooth you have to enable in the device as well as on the computer, and with that the communication is happening. So with the help of Bluetooth technology, and in your second module we will see this Bluetooth technology in detail. For the time being, so this is something known to everyone, right? So what it is and its in-depth knowledge we will get later. So that is one which can be used to connect these components without any wires. Now a completely different kind of personal area network. So I already told you this is something, it will be difficult for you to visualize as a network, right? Because it is a minimum connections only were there. But as a trivial example we can quote it. Now another example for this personal area network is something like when an embedded medical devices such as, I think it will be difficult for you to view. Here I am writing embedded medical. Okay, embedded medical devices such as pacemaker, the insulin pumps, the hearing aids, etc., which are being embedded into human body, that talks to the user operated remote control. What is happening inside our human body, that will be captured by the pacemaker, and it will be communicated to a remote control where it will be displayed somewhere, and the doctor is now able to monitor your health status, and all those things you are already familiar, right? And now this also can be taken as another example for the personal area network. So these pacemaker, insulin pumps, hearing aid, whatever it is, which are being embedded in means in the human body, and it is capturing some sensors will be there, and they are capturing some information, and they are being communicated to the remote control, or by this remote control we can give some signal to this implanted devices in our body. And that communication, just like this example, can be thought of as another category for the personal area networks. The idea here is it will not means scale beyond the range of a person, so it will be within that only. But if you are looking at the case of a building or an office or something, so that is having some more coverage, right? So that will come under the next category called the local area network. So for the, so this is just a classification, so this is a boundary we are fixing. Okay, now personal area networks can also be built with the other technologies that communicated over short ranges, such as the radio frequency identification, RFID. In addition to Bluetooth, we can make use of the RFID on smart cards, also for making this span possible. Okay, so here you can see the typical configuration of the so-called Bluetooth PAN configuration. This is something which I tried to draw in the previous slide also. Okay, the device is being communicated with the peripherals like the keyboard, mouse, printer, whatever it is, wirelessly by means of the Bluetooth signals. Okay, now about the remaining categories. So they are actually when it comes to network, something is coming into your mind, right? So that you can classify from LAN onwards, but to its lower scale we have a PAN also. So just for your understanding. Now when it comes to the personal area network, metropolitan area network and wide area network, you can view it like this. That means if you are having a particular so this could be a room, a single room, or it can be your campus, office, whatever it is. So inside that the devices are being connected to each other, and we are facilitating the communication, resource sharing. This can be a common printer, and to that printer everyone is giving commands and it is doing task, and we can share the resources in that way. And these people are communicating each other nicely, maybe my email communication, IP telephony, whatever it is. So this is something you can think of as a local area network. So in that way, in this figure you can see 3 local area network, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now to the next level, what we have is the metropolitan area network, that is spread across cities, right? Within this city we have a number of local area network like this, and we did another city and third city, and we are making the interconnection among these cities possible with the help of a more wide or the network with a better scale called the metropolitan area network. So how we will implement this, I will try to give a glimpse about it, but more details, the protocols, their structure, everything, if it is there in the syllabus we will see later on. Okay, because many things are coming into picture at this point. Okay, similarly you can think of any metropolitan area network as a network that spread over multiple cities, and or it enables communication between the local area networks spread across a number of cities. Okay, something like that. So now to the next level, what we have is the wide area network that is connecting means more than one metropolitan area network, something like that, that is extending means country level or continent level, like what we already seen. Okay, so that is the very next category, and this will generalize to so-called internet. Okay, so the worldwide connectivity we are getting by this concept. So that about it. I think we can make our videos short so that it will be easy for you to listen maybe for 10 to 15 minutes. So that is the reason I am cutting down the video at this point. Maybe in the next part we will see the subsequent discussion. So in subsequent discussion definitely we will see more into the so-called local area network, the metropolitan area network and wide area network. Okay, so I just tried to give an overview of the classification of network by scale. Thank you.